Hi, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stand. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video, actually, I am going to show you how to make this theater folding car. So this video is more about the pattern, and then once when you learn how to create this theater folding car, you can add any background, any stamp image you like. So that's started. I hope you like it. Okay, so I did a little bit search before I start to create this video, and I found out most of the theater folding card is like an A2 size. But because I want to use a background stamp to create this theater folding card, I need a bigger card. So I come out with at least a 5.5 by 7 inches theater folding card, and I'm going to show you how to measure it, and you can make it any size you want, and it's very simple. You won't be confused. So once when you decide how big your card is, and then this is what we're going to do. So first of all, I decide my card is going to be 5 by 7, right? So I need I need a front and I need a back. So where is my, so I have this card is kind of cost maybe 3 pieces letter size card stock, because it's a folding card, and we have to make sure it will standing strongly. If you only use one sheet, and then they are kind of going to be wiggly. So what I do is, first of all, we need the front and we need the back, and then I just folding half side, just folding in half. This is the letter size. After I folding it, I just trimming it. This is so the size of this is going to be 10 by 7 inches. So you need 2 sheets first, right? One is front, one is in the back. And then we are going to create this door. There is 2 ways to do it. One, we can make a door a little bit bigger. There is maybe probably ½ inches pop out. It is okay, we can do that, or we can make a perfectly fit just like this. So I think that's just to make a perfectly fit. But if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can just when you prepare your door, you need the 2 sheets, right? There's one right side, one left side. So the width of your front card. That will be the width of that 2-door paper you need to do, right? So we need the 2 more sheets, 5 by 7. So, and then I kind of trimming this is 5.5 by 7, but I think I'm going to just fix that. I think this perfectly closed door is will work better. Okay, it is a good idea to make a prototype first. Anytime when I'm working on a new project, I always make one prototype before I start the final project. Okay, so after I trimming it, I have some strip here, and then let's make sure we get it right. So I have a 2 sheet. Front and the back, they are 5 by 7, and they are double-sided. So that way, make this is much stronger. So we can just, what you can do is you can just put a lot of tape, kind of, okay, glue it. So that way they are not going to wiggly once when we assembling this theater folding card. So that's my front and my back. They are ready to go. And I have 2 sheets. This one is the front and back, right? And then we are going to need the squirrel power tool. If you have it, that's good. If you don't have it, just use a pencil, draw the line. Okay, and then where we're supposed to draw, okay? We are going to draw. So this is my door, right? I'm going to show you what it look like. They are actually look like this. It's just a 3-fold. No, 2-fold. Okay. So this is the kind of my front, and you can see on the side, it's like some kind of, how to describe this, like you can put your belt between, and then the front, the back is the back, and then the side, two side, that will be those two sheets I asked you to prepare, right? So I'm going to find the half of this sheet, which is going to be 2.5 inches, right? And then I saw a lot of other YouTuber when they create this car, they kind of make the middle part a little bit smaller. So I want to have a little bit bigger place I can put something between. So I decide I'm going to use only 1/2 inches. So that make this folding this card is a little bit deeper. So I have a 1/2 inches, and then 2 inches, and then 2.5 inches. So you don't want to get very confused. Any card you make, the front of the card, you just do half of them. Scroll half of them, so that way when you folding it, like this, right? And then on the left side, you are going to fold the other 1/2 inches. So that's going to be the place glue on your basic card. Are you with me so far? So I have on my left side card. I'm going to working on my right side. So it's the same thing. Half size of your front page. That will be 2.5, and then 1/2 inches is the attached with your background card. So let's do this. So you are going to folding like this. Okay, so you kind of have this L shape like this. So that's going to be your door, right? It's very clear. Okay, so I'm going to put my scroll pile away for a second. I have my foundation. We don't do the decoration yet. I have my two door here, and then when you flatten it, they are like that. And then I am going to have my front, right? So the front one, you can, most of the people, they just do the square, and then I'm sure you have a lot of die cut, and why don't we use it? So I'm going to use the die cut, do this. But one thing you got to be a little bit pay attention is once when we die cut it, this sheet is going to be, the support is going to only this part. It's kind of, this strip is only support, so it's wiggly. So what I did is I just put the piece acetate to reinforce, like make it a bit stronger. So I'm going to just tape it, and I'm going to run to the machine, die cut it. I will be right back. Okay, so this is my front page, right? And then we have to provide these two loop, so that way we can put our door inside. So what I'm gonna do is when I put a tape, or maybe I shouldn't put that tape that fast, but I can still manage to kind of open it. So you're going to just kind of insert here and folding it, okay? And then just kind of give a little bit space, and then going to trimming it. Where is the scissors? Go, scissors, go. Let me grab a paper scissors here. Okay, so the purpose is, so maybe we should glue that one later. We kind of just hanging there. Okay, and then folding here, and then try to stuck between. And then we're going to put the glue like this. So that way you create the loop like this, right? Okay, so that's put actually a piece of acetate first. So that way, oh, this is the perfect size to do that. So I'm going to just or before you glue those two pieces together, you can insert your acetate in the middle and then glue it. So that will solve that problem. Kind of forget about that, but we can always make it work, right? Try to make it work. So this is my front, and then now we are going to, I'm going to just put a little bit tape on that two little folding area, and then kind of just, I didn't put too much glue, so I think I'm still able to kind of open it. Okay. Okay. And if we need to, we can just put a little bit more glue there. Okay. Just to try to make as perfect as we can. So let me see. There you go. That's good enough. Okay, so see, that's the size like that, right? And again, going to kind of open it. I shouldn't glue in the beginning. If, well, you know what I mean, right? So if we cannot do that, I'm going to just glue in the back. Same thing. Because it's in the back, they are not they won't see it, so it doesn't matter. But if we can hiding these two strips, that will be great because it's in the back of the car. Nobody going to see it, so let's just put a little bit more tape. Okay. Alright. So that's what it look like. Does it make sense? Okay, and then I think my hair need a little bit more glue, so I'm going to just do a little bit glue. You can use a liquor glue too. Okay, so that's my front, and then let's take a look at how it works first. So we're going to pick up the right side one, okay, and then insert. If it's kind of too tight, we can trimming a little bit. So this is a perfectly 5x7, right? So that's a trimming maybe 1/16 inches. But I think, let me try again to see does it work. Can I get in or not? So this one is this side. Okay, you don't want it too loose. No, I think I have to trimming. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think trimming a little bit will good. Okay, I'm going to trimming just 1/16 inches. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So let's see what it look like. So we kind of just put this door. Okay, perfect. That's my door. Okay, and that's one right side, and then that's the left side, and this is one on the right side. It will fit perfectly. So kind of just you don't want to lose too much because that way they will kind of, when you slice it, they will kind of pop out from the front. But you don't want it too tight because like this one is kind of too tight. They are not able to slide it. So I'm going to just trimming the other 1/16. Okay, let's see. Yep. So that way we can easily open, close. So the other one I'm going to also trim like a 1/16. So it's going to be 1/8. Okay. So I have my front, I have my door. This is my backing. And then we are going to decorate it. So are you with me? So far, everything is good. So that's kind of like this, right? And then we can open, close, open, and close. So, but we are going to glue it first before we we're going to stamp it before we do that. Okay, and then you can see here, I kind of punch a circle to helping with pulling, right? But I don't think so this card needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a those pulling part by using this punch. If you don't have this punch, you can use you can use a circle too. You can even use a squares. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be exactly like this punch. So I'm going to just do this. And then we are going to glue in the end. So, okay, I have all my pieces here. We are going to do the decoration now. And then I am actually using our brand new background stamp, the flower garden. And then I think I made it. Today is March 23rd and the promotion is in today. So I'm going to use this flower garden. This stamp is very unique because it contains both shadow and the detail. When you see the outline is white, that means the shadow is reversed. When you see the outline is black, that's the detail stamp. You have to go color in. So I was kind of playing few different kind of technique. I will, and this is a totally different way I do it, but you just get an idea. So this one is gold metallic cardstock with a black impact. But my ink I actually printed, so the coverage is very fuller. I know you are going to have a problem to stamp with a StazOn. You probably have to use a stamp positioner to stamp a few times to be able to get a leaf image. So I am going to show you what I am going to do to be able to get the best stamp image. Okay, so for the background, I'm going to just use this watercolor paper. I used the color burst to kind of create something. So I'm going to just use this one as my foundation card. Okay, and then I have my humming along bird already. So this is going to be stamped with me this Saturday at 4 o'clock Easter time with Nancy stamps. And then please join us. And 6 of us we're going to working on with these same stamps. These combo set. I'm so exciting to meet all Nancy's team members. And that's going to be a fun one. Okay, so you want to get a nice print image, stamp image. The paper is so important. If you use it like a regular cardstock, there's no way you can get a very dark black image because especially this shadow stamp. Because the shadow stamp, you can see they are the reverse area. They have you got to ink a lot to be able to get that fully solid stamp image. For the detail stamp, is only outline. That's is not a big issue. You can totally do it. So I'm gonna show you just a quick review about the paper, and make sure you check the video number 138. I did the paper review, what kind of paper is good for what. So this is old chronicle paper. You can see it's very shiny. Unfortunately, this paper has been discontinued, so it's kind of hard to get this super shiny cardstock. But check the video 138. You can find the cano paper. They are still very shiny. It's just a little bit pricey, but there is a replacement Mako cardstock and the digital glossy. Okay, so I'm gonna use this stamp. I'm going to use the StazOn, or you can use the actually I'm going to use the memento. Oh, let's just use the StazOn since I already got the part of a stamp dirty, right? So I'm going to just use the StazOn and make sure your StazOn, this is kind of dry. Make sure your StazOn is nice and juicy. If you need to re-ink it, re-ink it. Okay. So I'm going to kind of just ink my stamp, and they're kind of sticky. And I love it stays on smell. They have some kind of almond smell. Okay, so color everywhere. And then we're going to put our crumpled glossy paper on top. And then where is, oh, using my dollar store tool. Okay. If you don't have a glossy paper, you use a regular cardstock. You just have to use the stamp positioner stamp few times. And they probably tell me, say, I don't have a stamp positioner. I know. So what you're gonna do is watch the video number 43. In the video number 43, I show you how to use a CD case or DVD case to create a stamp positioner, and they work just fine. So make sure you rub everywhere, and that's what it look like. Isn't that awesome? Okay, my stamp is kind of dirty, but I'm going to clean it. Okay, so that's the black image, but I'm going to show you one more time on the regular cardstock. The color maybe not so the coverage is not so, it probably you need to stamp 1 or 2 times to be able to get a perfect stamp image. So I'm going to just show you. Okay, so we are going to that's use the VersaFine, because the VersaFine is very moisture. Okay, and I have this vintage sepia. That's what it look like. Don't use often. I love VersaFine. Just think they are really pretty impact. Okay, so VersaFine, because they kind of dry slow, I am going to use the regular cardstock, and this cardstock is just a collection from recollection from Michaels. It's 110 pounds. I actually love it. It's nice, but they are not really white. They are kind of a little bit yellow if you compare with the other white cardstock. And let's see what it look like. There you go. It's not bad. It's pretty, but if you stamp 2 times, you can get a very solid image. Okay, so let's take a look. So which one I'm going to see? Which one I want to use? The brown one or the black one? I think I want to use just the black one with some color, something like that. Okay, and then the rest of them is just put all together. So I'm going to fast forward that video. So this video is not going to be too long. So I will be right back. Okay, so the next, you can see I have my bird in the between, right? There's a one piece acetate in the middle. So I have my piece acetate, my acetate ready here, and this acetate is just 5 inches wide, and then it's dependent what you want to put it in the front. So in the front, I'm going to just put at least humming along on the top, and then I really don't need a lot of glue. I just need some. So that's go back to my last video. Remember that kid's toy? And then it make a perfect. Oh, and here is some great tip with you. So I found out those refill come with this kids sticker maker. It's not sticky. It does the job. You they won't fall. But if you want a little bit stronger one, you can use this sticky spack. So But the problem is that I just found out this one is just too sticky. Sometimes I really have a hard time. So I think this is a great tip for you. What I do is I just grab a piece of scrap paper and I just use a staple to kind of create a place that I can hold. And then this one, I only need a little bit. So I just put on top. I'm sure you can use any kind of silicone mat. They will work just fine. So I just want to have a little bit on top. So I didn't really push too much and then just get enough. And then I also put a piece of tape to identify which side is the right side. So now I want to put this one back. And I know that's the right side to do that. Okay, and then we are going to just glue your centerpiece on top of that acetate. Okay, the width is 5 inches, but the width is 5 inches. The height, it doesn't matter. So my height is 3 inches. So now on the here, we have to kind of create a 3 inches place. So I'm going to just, you know what, I'm going to just use my screw pile to kind of mark the place. So I am going to just find the half of these and then the 3 inches place. So I'm going to just kind of mark 3 inches. So 1, 2, 3. So let's do my, so that way I know where to cut, right? So 3 inches. Let's just grab a pen. Okay. So you can put more than one insert. So I'm going to do again. This is going to be the half inches. Okay. And then it's on the side. It's not going, we are not going to see anywhere, right? So in the front is the 1 1/4. So that's just mark it. And then I am going to, so 1 1/4 here and the 3 inches here. So I am going to just use my craft knife to cut these 2 pieces. I will be right back. Okay, so now I have all the pieces I need, and it just last things is I am going to kind of cut a small place for or insert. So the insert is approximately around the 3 inches. You can do adjustment, and then we're going to cut if your insert is 3 inches, so you're going to cut probably 3 inches and maybe, let me see, 3 inches and the 1/8 or 1/16, because you have to give a little bit gap so they can slice, right? So I'm going to just use my craft knife. Okay, and be very careful, don't cut your finger. Okay, so I have my insert here, and this is my humming alone, so I didn't want to keep that frame, right? So I kind of trimming off and put the one of my hummingbird on the front and the fuchsia and my hummingbird. So we're going to kind of insert in the middle, right? But after you insert, they are going to kind of, there's nothing to stop. So this insert is going to fall off. So what I'm going to do is, actually, we're going to do this. You're going to grab a piece of other acetate and then just around the 1/8 area. Okay, this one have to be bigger than your main piece. And then you are going to just use a staple, kind of create this let me grab paper. kind of create this stopper. Okay, so we need 2 sheets, A, but remember only 1/8. You don't want it too big because it's going to, when you like open it, it's going to disturb your opening. So you can see now I have some kind of like a H shape, right? And then we are going to kind of just, because it's flexible, so we have no problem to kind of insert that center piece. Kind of folding it a little bit. You will go, or you can do it after you, oops, and rip off. Okay, you can do after you, oops, I rip off. That's okay. I'm going to put some tape there. Or you can insert first and then reinforce. Oh, my invisible tape, nobody even going to see. See, now I can kind of open and close. Okay. This one, actually, I have to put this fuchsia a little bit lower because I don't want them get the cut in the, when I sliding it. Like this. And then, see? Or if you want to, you can add one more strip for your hummingbird, but I'm going to just put my hummingbird there by using a foam tape or put in the front, any place you like. So just get an idea how to make this a folding car, right? So make sure it's doing this, or we can put our hummingbird behind, like here. So create some kind of depth, right? Okay, and now we have our front, and we're going to wear, it's like you're wearing the, helping your kids wear the clothes. So we're going to put the arm in the sleeve first. So you will go, okay, here have one pin. So we're going to try the right side first. Easily. Ta-da! And then the left. See, I made a boo-boo. I stick the wrong side. So just to fix it, but you get an idea, right? Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I think that's really pretty, isn't it? Okay, so and in the front over here, you find it still a little bit empty. You can add a little bit color or anything you like. And then I hope you enjoyed today's video. If we, and then the back have a lot of space, you can write the notes about here. See, I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo all the time. Okay, so that's today's video. I hope you like it, and I'm so excited for this Saturday stamping with me, with Nancy, Ryan, Tracy, Stacy, and Chow. And I hope you can join us too. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. See you next time.